Hello, hello. We're back. We're taking a look at the Bitcoin charts, sitting at $116,000, almost $117,000, after a little dip over the past few days down to 111, which was a level that we were very excited to see just a month or two ago. But that felt like a dip, and that's when you know the sentiment is turning around. When a dip to a previous all-time high feels like a pullback that is ending the bull run. And that doesn't feel like that's the case. But a couple days ago, it felt pretty bad when we were dipped down to 111,000. But we're cruising right back up, 116,000. I think we'll see new all-time highs for Bitcoin fairly soon. A lot of bullish things happening. A couple stories we're going to talk about today. But first, I also want to look at the Ethereum chart. Ethereum's looking bullish. Ethereum over $4,000 again. That $4,000 resistance being quite difficult, proving quite difficult to bust through, but we did it. We're above $4,000. Quite a run up from the lows in April of $1,300. Man, if you bought back there, nice work. Good job. You're feeling happy. There's a boring couple months in there, huh? The summer's been pretty boring for Ethereum. Looking like a bullish late July, August. Looking like we're facing a exciting autumn. I don't usually say autumn, I usually say fall, but fall's a bad word when you're talking stock charts, crypto charts. So an exciting autumn. Let's take a look at ADA. I'm not a big TA guy. I just kind of noticed this channel of, that excitement run up to about $1.30 for ADA. We've been kind of bouncing in this channel down over the past few months, for most of the year, honestly. But seeming to be breaking out of that with a bit of a pullback now and then a little bit of a recovery. So we're sitting at 79 cents right now with quite a bump just last evening. ADA was sitting at about 70 to 72 cents for quite a bit there and then busted up. Did dip over 80 cents, but currently at 79. So ADA's looking good. Let's take a look at a couple stories. So this was the big one, honestly, this past couple days. President Trump officially signs executive order opening 401k access to crypto and alternative assets. This is huge. People kind of invest in their 401ks automatically. Most people's 401k is very much a set it and forget it investment strategy. And when these 401k investments start incorporating crypto, even if it's like 1%, 3%, whatever it may be, that is a huge amount of money that is going to be, set and forgotten to auto invest in crypto. And that's happening. That's going to happen. I loved this post from Tom Dunleavy on X. So he said, in the U.S., roughly 100 million Americans have a retirement investment vehicle known as a 401k. Every 2 weeks, a portion of their paychecks are routed directly into purchasing a mixture of stocks and bonds on autopilot. No discretion, just direct purchase based on their predefined allocations. Most Americans adjust these allocations annually, if at all. People set this and forget about it. It's a huge driver of the equity market run and resilience over the past 20 years, a constant background bid for assets. In aggregate, this $12 trillion in assets with $50 billion of new capital flowing in every 2 weeks. At a 1% portfolio allocation to crypto, that brings in $120 billion in new flows. At a 3% portfolio allocation to crypto, this brings in $360 billion in new flows. At a 5% portfolio allocation to crypto, this brings in $600 billion in new flows. And these aren't one-time flows. They keep buying once allocations are set. 401ks and DATs without the money shelves, put a ridiculous floor of crypto going forward and move the limit from the moon to Jupiter. So this is just constant money that would be flowing in basically on autopilot, which is crazy bullish. Another story, U.S. convenience store chain Sheetz is offering 50% off purchases when paying with crypto daily from 3 to 7 p.m. at all 750 gas station locations nationwide. So I think we'll see more companies do this, shift into accepting crypto payments for purchases at their stores. And they're even offering a 50% discount to do so. So pretty awesome. If anybody has done this, there's no Sheets in my area. But if you've made a purchase here and got that discount, let me know how it was. What was the payment process like? How did you pay? I'm curious how this will work. There are some, I imagine it's not crazy smooth yet, but I'm curious to hear what that's like. Lastly, first of all, hate Robinhood. Don't use Robinhood for your crypto. I really don't recommend it. But I think their listings are an indication of where retail attention is set to go, because a lot of people do use Robinhood. And they just listed Floki, as well as Ondo. I meant to draw up and show you the Ondo listing too, but yeah, so Floki, meme coin, and then Ondo, that real world asset project. So there you go, Ondo listed as well. So markets are looking good. Things are looking bullish. Ibiza find a boss. This guy took off. There's some meme coins about this guy that pumped and dumped, as they do. So there's those opportunities are kind of coming back too. Something to kind of always keep your eye on, though I don't really recommend doing too much pumped out fun stuff. But crypto's looking good. Crypto's looking hot. I think we're gonna have a nice, probably quiet weekend, and then we'll see what next week brings. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Trying to get that subscriber count up. So I appreciate you all so much. Take care. Peace out.